Hey, what's up everyone? So, I'm gonna do this while it's fresh in my mind. And I'm in a good vibe right now, I know, because I just got my hair cut, so I feel super good. But anyways, so I guess I'll cut straight to it. By the way, I'm Cassie Ref. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to help support the channel if you like what I talk about. Talk about spirituality, law of attraction, energy, people, sobriety, relapse, mental health, and currently bipolar. So, like I said, while I'm in a good state, this is a good time to talk about it. But it's a tough pill to swallow because, like I said, I'm in a good vibe right now, but I was a little... It's not to say I won't struggle later with it, but like I was kind of struggling with the idea of it because, so I asked my doctor, I said, listen, what are my diagnoses? I've been taking pills, I've been in True North, my whole life I've been in, the psych system and things of that nature, and I basically veered off and figured out that everything comes from within, all the answers are inside, and that's true. You have the ability to heal yourself. Like, it's just true. Like, there's nothing else beyond that. Like, you say, well, what about cancer? Or what about, schizophrenia or anything like that? Like, there's documents of people reversing diabetes, reversing cancer. Doctor says they can't walk. They walk. It's all mind work. It's all about energy, mind, believing in yourself, and having the ability, to come out of those kind of things. Right? And then there's also like some medications serve a purpose for a certain amount of time, and then it's okay, so there's all these things, right? But like, so I asked, what's my primary diagnosis? Bipolar 1. Okay, whatever the hell that means. I've always known that, like, okay, mood swing. Now that I've got the knowledge of it, because I just researched the last couple days, people throw around bipolar like it's nothing. I think I'm just bipolar. Like, no, you have mood swings. No, you don't know how to respond to life. You react to everything. All the stimuli around you, you're just reacting. You're never responsive. Okay, that's mood swings. Reacting to everything promotes mood swings. So you're bouncing off everyone's energy, like, of course, like, it makes sense. Bipolar, on the other hand, is where, and I'm more, my psychiatrist says I'm manic. I'm manic bipolar. I'm not on the depressive end, so I like and thrive up there on that mania, right? And so I'm listening to some of these videos, and like this one gal was talking about, like, she said the best moment of her mania of her life in her bipolar is she had the most profound spiritual experience of her life. And I just started crying because everything she was already saying in that video, and then that moment, boom, I started crying because I was like, I felt like my whole life finally made sense. But at the same time, I don't discount that spiritual awakening I had. I don't discount any learning or growth I've inherited. Like, when I'm speaking, and even what I'm saying right now, like, it just feels so right. It feels so good. Like, what's wrong with having an elated state of mind, right? An enhanced, that high. Well, I'll tell you what is, based on what I studied, is we use so much of our brain power, like 70% of it, when we're that, like, spiritually ascended, that you get exhausted. You eventually get exhausted, so you come back down. And some people do certain things to bring themselves back up, drinking being one of them. That's what I do. It creates a... So there's all this stuff, right? Like, I mean, I don't want to go into... Well, I want to go into detail, but, like, there's so much to say about it. Like, so much to say about it. But, like, that's a tough pill to swallow. Like, seriously, like, I remember just kind of sitting here and, like, I'm a talkative person, right? I express everything. I talk about everything. For the first time in my life, when I first talked to my mom about it, I was like, don't share this information with anyone. I said I'll eventually publicly announce it. Publicly, it's not like I'm speaking to the world yet anyways, but, like, I don't know if the word's embarrassment, but, like, it just churned the whole game for me fucking upside down. And here's why, because It makes me think that all my spiritual mania was just all a manic episode, basically, and I've been living in this false world. And maybe they're right a little bit, because there hasn't been consistency in my life, right? We can all agree. I might do really, 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 really good for 4 to 6 months, right? I'm spiritually enhanced. I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm all about it. Everyone's loving the positivity. They want feedback. They're, hey, I like your videos. You know, and I'm doing good. Like, they actually say, the doctors too actually say, like, people who are in their manic stage actually do really good. They'll freaking start a business. They'll be successful. Like, but then you drop back down. It's not to say we get back in that depressive state. It's just to say that we exhaust so much of our brain power that now we're back down here, but not at the normal even kill level. And then we try to go back up. And we do. We just got to drop for a little bit, maybe alcohol, weed, or whatever it is. There, whatever we do, we get back up again, you know? And it's like a drug. It creates euphoria. That's what my psychiatrist told me when I'm manic. Like, and I don't know if anybody knows anything about bipolar, the way I'm speaking right now, is that manic? Is the people I listen to on YouTube, are they manic? Do they have bipolar? Because they're just as excited as I am to share this information, you know? So it's got me thinking, because then I started watching these videos of, like, it's basically like bipolar or awakened. Like, you know, like, do we have bipolar, or is it just that we are awakening and we sometimes make mistakes, right? You know? So it doesn't discount any of the spiritual experiences I've had, or any of the progress I've made, or any of the good times I've had, right? Like, I'm still always positive. I'm still bouncing about, you know what I mean? Like, I've never really liked the middle until I got out of prison, and it came upon me. I was digging it. I liked it, man. But maybe that was another self-creation of the mania that I was just, like, attached to. Like, I'm just fucking chilling in the middle. Like, I talked about it all the time, you know? Like, I don't know, man. And so it's like a constant battle back and forth. Like, and she also said that's why bipolars don't want to take meds or won't take meds, is because we don't want to shut that off, man. That mania, that spiritual enlightenment, that whatever you want to call it. Like, and yeah, I'm super attached to it. And it's like, but the bipolars, they have these spiritual awakenings, is what I'm learning. It's crazy. Like, I didn't even know this stuff. They have these spiritual awakenings where they disattach from ego. And so, yeah, now we are in a heightened state. Absolutely. However, I think there are people out there that are in a heightened state that stay there and don't. Like Abraham Hicks, she's constantly, like, in the vortex, whatever word you want to use for it. She's constantly in enlightenment, and she doesn't, like, do drugs or do anything too crazy. She might be out of alignment, like, a little bit, but there's something to be said for me. You know, I relapse, like, twice a year, you know. Might do good for 6 months, and boom, you know. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. So, right now I'm kind of jazzed about it, yes, because I'm in a good mood, you know. I got a haircut, and I'm in the right vibe. I listen to some music. But there's a lot to say about it, and it's such a back and forth thing in my mind, man, because it's like, you got the doctors over here and everyone telling you got to be even kill, and, you know, this is a thing, you got bipolar 1, but then I got my mind that's like, I'm not those things. Like, it's not define me. That's not who I am, right? You know? And so it's just, it's hard, you know? Like I said, it's a tough pill to swallow. Like, but I don't know that I want to swallow the pill completely, because I don't take meds. Am I going to take lithium for the rest of my life? Like, I cannot see, knowing myself, I cannot see that happening, you know? I'm going to cut this video, though, and start a new one. You guys know I like my 10-minute short clips. Keep it short and simple. And if you want to do part 2, hang around. I got more to say. But please, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. I'm trying to grow, and I have been growing. It's been working, and I love it, dude. Thanks for the support, everybody. Everybody who listens, who's there for me. Like, this is the time of need, you know what I mean? Like, so, if you like what I have to say, subscribe to my channel. If you don't know how, you got to create a Gmail account, okay? And then you can subscribe. Then you have your own thing or whatever. All right, so I'm going to jump to the next one. So stay tuned for part 2.